KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. All new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E Fueling Excellence, McDonald's of Guam, I'm Loving It, and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedito. Always open, always local.
Ahead on primetime, multiple serious crashes over the weekend, 2 of them end deadly. Plus, a federal investigation underway at the Guam Election Commission. Chris Barnett with more on what the FBI is digging up. And the homeless problem on Guam is one officials are trying to get a handle on. County Mandiola with more on efforts to help those in need.
Hafide and good evening.
Tragedy topping our newscast, Chris. Not one, but 2 lives lost in last night's auto pedestrian crash in Dedito. This after the medical examiner confirms the victim was in her early stages of pregnancy.
Family tell KUAM today they want the driver to turn himself or herself in. Police also asking the community's help for leads to solve the hit and run. Here's more. Her slippers, her sweater, and her final resting place outlined in yellow spray paint. Police markings giving a better idea of how far the victim was thrown upon impact. The pavement still fresh with her blood.
She flew from all the way down there from here.
Jarrett Pangalinen and his family were preparing dinner on Sunday night when they heard a loud boom just outside his sister's home here in Isangsung, Dedito. He went outside to check and saw a woman covered in blood, a young girl by her side. Pangalinen tells KUAM he and another driver pursued what they believed was the suspect vehicle. That chase unsuccessful.
Is this sad, at least, and let the person die here, at least turn around, say something. But I'm asking whoever hit this person, please turn yourself in.
Family have identified the victim as 31-year-old Barbara Lizama. The Dedito woman was walking home with her 12-year-old daughter when they were struck from behind. The pair was rushed to GRMC. The young girl was treated and released. Her mother, not so lucky. An autopsy performed this afternoon shows Lizama died from a broken neck and back. In a phone interview with KUAM, Lizama's sister-in-law, Bella Gogui, still in shock.
It's so devastating. He left the children. And a man without a mother and a wife. I hope he gets caught and pays for it. And I hope if he had a heart, he turned himself in. Her daughter, her second oldest daughter, Elijah, that girl Elijah was Barbara's right-hand girl, always with Mom, always helping her.
Gogui reveals Lizama was a mother of 7 and expecting an 8th child.
She was pregnant.
Lizama frequently walked the area. She didn't have a ride.
We got to do what we got to do to provide for our children. So we both. I just don't understand why she was out that late.
GPD's Highway Patrol continues to investigate the case. They ask the community, if you have information, call police. GPD spokesperson Sergeant Paul Tapau.
We're asking the community out there if anybody may have witnessed the crash or have any information about a vehicle that has significant damages to the front right, to please call our crash investigators. The subject vehicle that were in question was also traveling northbound and may have encroached, or actually did encroach into the shoulder portion to where they were walking, and that's how the collision occurred.
This marks the 7th auto pedestrian fatality of 2018. Of this count, it's the 2nd hit and run. If you have any information on this case, you are urged to call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP.
From one tragedy to another, family members confirmed the woman hit by a car in Dedito late Saturday has died. They've identified her as 32-year-old Melinda Duenas. The mother of 5 family members say died while in surgery. The crash happened on the southbound lane of Marine Corps Drive in front of American Grocery around 10:19 in the evening on Saturday. Guam Fire Department spokesperson Kevin Riley says the victim was seriously injured and rushed to GRMC. Now, court documents state Edwin Baldo was the driver behind the wheel of the Jeep that hit her. He is charged with driving while under the influence of alcohol and DUI with injuries. Documents state the victim was leaving a game room with her boyfriend when the accident occurred. The suspect admitted to police that he had 4 to 5 beers earlier that night. No word yet if he faces additional charges.
The FBI is taking an interest in local political action committees as Decision 2018 draws nearer, and this could be the beginning of a federal investigation into local campaign finance issues, Nick.
Here's more as Chris Barnett reports.
A special agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation visiting the Guam Election Commission this morning to review documents. While GEC Director Maria Pangilinan would not comment on the information, sources familiar with the GEC confirmed the visit to KUAM News. Now, according to these sources, the agent reviewed campaign finance reports from local political action committees, or PACs. One of the PACs, People for Progress, has paid for advertising supporting Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio. The Puksai advertisement has played in local movie theaters and on social media since early 2017. The People for Progress PAC drawing controversy after former Adelup staffer Troy Torres alleged Tenorio extorted a $50,000 donation for People for Progress from Basil Food Services. According to their last filing, People for Progress has raised over $100,000. Local election law mandates PACs operate independently of candidates. And when asked if candidates are legally allowed to solicit donations for PACs, Pangilinan had this to say.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
While PACs are supposed to operate independently of candidates, that's not what's happening, Torres said. Torres raising a landslide of corruption allegations since his arrest on drug charges over a month ago. Pedro Agustin Judicpa, brother-in-law to Tenorio's running mate Tony Atta, is listed as a treasurer for People for Progress, according to GEC filings. Basil Food Services, the recipient of the multi-million-dollar contract to feed prisoners at DOC. The company's contract expired in March, but Basil Food Services currently operating under an emergency contract. Basil Food Services also had an on- and off-again contract with Public Health to provide meals for the island's Manamco. But that contract was scrapped twice after Basil Food Services' sanitary permit was pulled in 2015 and 2016 because of health concerns at the company's Anigua facility, according to KUAM News files. The company received a D rating in 2016, but was re-inspected and given an A rating less than 2 months after it donated $50,000 to the People for Progress PAC. Pangilinan said no reports or complaints have been filed regarding the PACs operating on Guam, but the GEC will investigate anything that comes its way.
If it deals with campaign finance, they can come in and file a report, and the commission will take a look at it.
The FBI special agent also reviewing documents from 2 other PACs this morning at the GEC, Guam Citizens for Public Accountability and Guamanians for Fair Government. When contacted by KUAM News for confirmation, May Blas, a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney, issued a quick no comment. According to GEC documents, the same FBI special agent who visited the Election Commission this morning was also at the GEC in April, reviewing 2014 campaign finance document filings from the Calvo, Tenorio, and Gutierrez Gumatao teams. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
A 34-year-old man is accused of molesting 2 young girls known to him multiple times. Gabriel Ines Vergara Castro was charged with 4 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct. Court documents state the first victim claims the alleged sexual abuse started when she was only 9 years old. The other victim told police she was inappropriately touched when she was only 5. The suspect, who was convicted for a 2006 criminal sexual conduct case, admitted to police that he tried to touch the girls. He also told investigators that he needed help and wanted to check into the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center.
A local game room cashier is accused of stealing thousands of dollars from his employer. Jonathan Frank Mendiola Guevara is charged with theft of property held in trust. Court documents state the owner of Lucky Land Game Room noticed financial discrepancies and confronted the suspect about it. The suspect admitted that the total cash out was supposed to be more than $8,600, but that actual readouts from the machines was only $4,400. He additionally confessed that he took the money and used it to play the machines. The suspect asked his employer if he could do a payment plan to pay it back and also apologize via text message. He even admitted to authorities that he took the money, but could not say how much in total was actually taken.
They were pulled over for having expired license plates when police found drugs. Robert Baltasalas and Don Joe Guzman are charged with illegal possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. Guzman is also charged with possession of a Schedule I controlled substance. Documents state officers noticed the driver was nervous and showed signs of being under the influence of meth. Police searched the car and found a jar with marijuana and a small plastic baggie with the drug ice.
Stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
A simple handshake. All of you who have taken our hand in trust. Thank you to the dreamers. Thank you to the realists. Thank you to the family-oriented. Thank you to the entrepreneurial. Thank you to those climbing the corporate ladder. And to the ones starting a new life together. Thank you to the traditionalists and the edgy. To the young at heart and the old souls. Thank you to the daring. To the protective. To the practical. Thank you to the hopeful. To all of you from all of us, our deepest, happiest, and infinite thanks.
80 years here for you. 80 years thanks to you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
Heavenly Father, this is the beginning of our journey to get us where you have willed for us to be. We ask you, Lord, to please grant us the grace to continue in our mission.
We can't think of anybody better to lead us than someone that has built and expanded a business to help expand Guam and its economy. That leader is Lou Leon Guerrero.
They welcome us into their homes, into their lives, because they want us, Lord. They want us to lead them to adequate. But so we ask you, Lord, please grant us that grace. Grant us the grace to deliver what you have willed for us.
We're working hard because it's time for a change. It's time for a change in Adelo. It's time for a change that will make the lives of our people better.
And with your help, Lord, we will get where you have willed for us. We make this prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
We are the better choice.
This message.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Welcome back. As Guam's homeless population grows, so does the need for a proper shelter. From Agani Heights to Tamuning, a large number of homeless individuals wander the streets and parks just trying to find a place to rest.
This problem prompting the Guam Housing Corporation to continue searching for an evening homeless shelter in the central part of the island. Kiani Mendiola reports. A bed, running water, a roof over your head, everyday necessities that are sometimes taken for granted. But for those who are not as fortunate, these simple things hold great value. Joe Ariarty of Agani Heights currently resides in the village's Coconut Park. There, he says he stays with other homeless individuals, including families, who share the surrounding area and an outdoor kitchen with limited power. In a small makeshift canopied room with just a bed and a few belongings, he's tried to make the best of it.
Oh, something to somebody to home, you know, for a place to stay. You know, because when I'm staying here, when it rains, you know, get wet.
And then there are others who don't even have any space of their own. Originally from Dedido, John Camacho Mesa now stays in the Tamuning area, riding his bicycle to and from wherever he needs to go and turning down for the night in the village parks.
We need help to get housing. I want to see you guys go help us. How come the system cannot help us?
The known problem has the Guam Housing Corporation seeking proposals for apartment or commercial building leases from landlords in the island's central area. Their goal is to find an apartment complex with at least 15 units or more to provide a safe facility for the island's homeless to sleep and shower. It would also serve as a hub for social services and NGO clients trying to get back on their feet, and a pickup point for job opportunities and employment programs.
And you'd want somewhere that has power and water?
Yeah, water and power and everything.
and is cleaner.
Shelter.
GHC is calling on landlords and property owners to submit proposals for centrally located semi-furnished complexes or commercial properties with utilities. For more information, you can contact GHC at 647-4143.
The head of the Guam Department of Education is calling off changes to teacher reclassification. Changes would have allowed teachers to reclassify only once a year, tie reclassification to effective teacher evaluations and availability of local funds. Superintendent John Fernandez says his decision was based on various teachers against the proposal and a stable GovGuam budget for this fiscal year. Doris Terlahi, chairperson for the teacher unit of the Guam Federation of Teachers, called the news a victory for educators, hoping to pursue higher education to better their pay and provide quality instruction for students.
Well, Governor Eddie Cowell's chief policy advisor is out. The administration confirming his last day on the job was May 31st. Arthur Clark gave the governor his resignation notice several weeks ago that he would be leaving to pursue another employment opportunity. The administration says he will be sorely missed by all the Adelup and that it is common for unclassified employees to leave even before the term ends. Cowell stated, quote, "I appreciate Arthur's contribution to our island community throughout my administration and wish him and his family success and all the best as he moves on to the next chapter of his life." Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio adding his work and his time with us was very much appreciated, and I look forward to hearing about his future accomplishments. Meantime, Clark tells KUAM he starts his new job next week as Senior Vice President of External Affairs at Citadel Holdings, Inc. The company also owns IP&E and IT&E.
Well, Nick, a quick drive around the island and you might have noticed familiar walls with a new splash of color, even at one local high school.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks to international artists teaming up with local talent for Spraykeishon 2018. Carmen Chalahi has the story.
It's officially summer break, and this group of artists is bringing the heat. For the third year in a row, Tristan Eaton, a renowned artist, flew to Guam to lead the creative project known as Guam Spraykeishon 2018. Honored at the Guam legislature this afternoon for their vision and goal to bridge international artists with aspiring local talent.
Guam is so beautiful already that I want to bring some of my friends here who are international artists to show them what I found in Guam, introduce them to my friends in Guam, and kind of bring their art here to not just show off their art, but also show off the local art.
Local art in local spaces, depicting the local culture with a modern twist. Like the murals painted at John F. Kennedy High School, Eden says schools are now eager for more.
I painted my mural, and then fast forward to now, they're like, we love it, it's a landmark, all the other schools want murals, and it made it much easier to bring more artists in to do more murals at the school. So sometimes it takes one art project to kind of like break down the barriers.
Some advice he has for young artists: put your vision into your own hands. Though their trip was short, he hopes it creates long-term momentum for local art that one day can be painted on a world stage.
I paint it and they love it, and then you have that to show the next person. And slowly you build up a portfolio and you get better every time. So you kind of have to not wait for the phone to ring or not wait for someone to ask you. You just have to do it.
Eaton is grateful for the local community support and friends he has made on Guam. Artists are already looking forward to next year's Spraykeishon and more local art to come. Reporting for Guam News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Chirlahi.
Well, mabuhay may kababayans. June is declared Philippine Independence Month. A special proclamation signing was held Friday at the Aganya Shopping Center, where Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio, Congresswoman Madeline Bardallo, and Senator Frank Uggan Jr. joined the Filipino community of Guam for the ceremony. Meantime, the Philippine Independence Ball is set for June 15th at the University of Guam Fieldhouse. For tickets, call K Custodio at 929-2284.
Yeah, another event we can get all dressed up and enjoy some good food. Right. Well, sports is next, but first a look at your island weather.
smartphone super sale event. Enjoy huge savings on our most popular Samsung Galaxy smartphones. But this offer won't last long. So drop into a GTA store today.
It's a celebration at Cars Plus in Mighty. And during our Jeep Celebration event, you'll save thousands on every new Jeep in stock. Like a new 2018 Compass, save up to $3,750. Or save up to $4,000 on a new 2018 Cherokee. How about a new Renegade? Save up to $6,000. Plus, buy today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Hurry in for our Jeep Celebration event, going on now at Cars Plus in Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
We're celebrating our 135th anniversary today, both in the outlying regions on which we hub and also here in Guam itself. It means so much to our team here in Guam. It means a lot to us in the Matson management team, because what it says is we're here to stay. It's a real physical manifestation of our commitment to this region. It's so important that we hire locally, we develop talent locally, we train locally. What's been a wonderful addition to our approach there is that many of the people who started off in Guam have gone off into significant leadership roles elsewhere in the company.
This is our headquarters here in Guam in Micronesia. And when we talk about putting down our roots, it's not just doing business, it's about everything we do with our friends, our customers, and our employees. I believe that nobody can replicate what we do, and that's why we have such a great team and such a great service and why we're successful. This is our home, this is our life, and we're happy to make a difference in everyone else's life.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We start the show off tonight at the Dusitani Hotel with the Shea Scholar Athletes Awards Banquet. Check it out. Congratulations again to all 18 finalists for this year's Shea Scholar Athlete of the Year. The Dusitani Ballroom was packed with family, friends, coaches, and media last night. Each finalist received the latest version of the Apple iPad. The male and female Scholar Athlete of the Year winner, in addition to the iPad, received an Apple 13-inch Mac Air along with $2,000. Winning the Boys Scholarship Award was St. John's Takumi Simon. For the girls, there were two winners, St. Paul's Chloe Miranda and Haley Senni. Dr. Shea also raffled off a Captain America shield. Taking home the shield was FD golfer and Scholar Athlete finalist Brent Solis. Nearly 600 soldiers participated in a run through the village of Sinahanya over the weekend. Lieutenant Colonel David Santos led the 1-294th Infantry in the Heroes Run dedicated to fallen hero specialist Dwayne Flores. During the run, the battalion stopped by the Flores family home in Athame to pay their respects. Specialist Flores was killed in action on May 16, 2013, in support of a NATO training mission. Make sure to tune in to In the Mix this Thursday for a special feature with Sabrina Salas Matanani. Team Legacy is now 7-time champions of the Bud Light Guam Women's Tackle Football League. Legacy defeated the Island Stunners 16-12 in the Laddie Stone Championship Bowl. The running game has been the team's bread and butter throughout the 7 straight championship run. Olivia Flores-Elliott and Alana Garcia stepped up when the team needed big plays. Elliott kept the chains moving on drives, and Garcia put the game away as time was winding down. Olivia scored the first rushing touchdown of the game for Legacy. Alana Garcia sealed the deal with a 92-yard touchdown run, while the defense shut the door on the Stunners with a goal line stance. University of Guam Triton Athletics Department named Dylan Napati as the Student Athlete of the Year for the Tritons 2018-2019. Dylan helped the UOG men's soccer team to a third-place finish in the Guam Football Association's Budweiser Premier League. UOG finished the season 13-3-1. Napati scored 9 goals for the Tritons and assisted on nearly 50% of the 65 goals UOG scored during the season. This is the second straight year that the Student Athlete of the Year has been announced. Women's soccer player Shay Torres won the award in 2016. In bowling news, top seed Noah Timinglow erased a 14-pin handicap advantage against third seed Frank Manabusin Jr. A missed split by Manabusin opened the door for Timinglow, who went on a striking frenzy to close out his lower seed opponent and claim the Youth Bowler of the Month title. Timinglow led all bowlers during the 4 games qualifier with a set of 197, 234, 233, and $233 for an 897 series.
Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
We only have 30 seconds to describe the newest specialty flavor in the Signature Crafted Recipes collection by McDonald's, garlic white cheddar. It's layered with a slice of smooth, perfectly melty white cheddar cheese, a crunchy medley of tasty, crispy garlic chips, a dramatic drizzle of smooth, delicious, and flavorful, delectably creamy garlic aioli, all come together with a mouth-wateringly juicy tomato slice and crisp iceberg lettuce atop crispy buttermilk chicken on a soft, warm artisan roll. Luckily, you can take all the time you need to savor every bite. The Signature Crafted Recipes collection by McDonald's.
Beat the increase at Triple J. Buy now before the sales tax starts. 0 down, 1.9% financing, and easy trade-in. Now is the time to buy. Get into a 2018 Mazda CX-5 at our lowest price yet, only $19,995. Or our big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $298 per paycheck. Or the North American Car of the Year, the 2018 Honda Accord at only $206 per paycheck. Beat the increase and buy now at Triple J. Visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
In this divided world, there are still things that unite us. Great music, thrilling games, and the love for that perfect burger. Ruby Tuesday Guam, for the love of burgers menu. For a limited time, get an amazing burger for just $11.99. Lunchtime at Ruby Tuesday Guam.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
And a happy belated birthday to Anjanette Cruz. Also a happy belated going out to Jaden Mata Rabago. Love the entire family.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include your photo, your name, and birthday.
And that's going to do it for us here on the News Desk. Stay tuned. A new edition of Cruising with KUAM is up next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
Buy with confidence. It's the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.
Top of the day, Imani.
Hi.
All right.
I like your new car.
Thank you. Half a day, welcome to another edition of Cruising with KUAM. In the hot seat today, or this month, is Iwani and Pinko.
Hi.
All right, Iwani, so let's get cruising and we'll chat.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Seatbelts?
Seatbelts. Because why? Seatbelts are sexy.
Right. Okay. So definitely the main reason we also wanted to include you in this month's discussion is not just to talk about all that your involvement with the community and with the makeup business, but it's also Pride Month. June is Pride Month,
yes.
And so let's start with a little bit about who is Iwani.
I'm a makeup artist. Traveling makeup artist.
Right.
I travel throughout Asia. But I'm based here in Guam, so most of my clients are mostly in Guam, so that's why I continue to stay here.
Yeah. And so what got you involved and interested in that profession?
I guess it started at a very young age. I used to watch my grandma and my mom just put on makeup, and just seeing that kind of transformation, like just something like an eyebrow on a person can make you look so different, or even just putting some concealer. I guess it's just the artistry of it. It makes the whole complete transformation of it. Like you can turn this person into this person, and you can pretty much do anything with makeup, and I think that's the thing that gravitates me towards it, because it's pretty much, you can it's like a coloring book. You can open it and do anything with it.
Right.
Color it any kind of color. If you don't like it, you can rip it out. You know, so it's just a fun thing for me to do, and it's pretty cool that a lot of people appreciate it, I guess.
Yeah, there's definitely a great amount of response, especially if you check out his social media. Iwani, tens of thousands of followers, and I'm sure is that pretty much what got you where you are today?